Hi, I'm Libby Gilpin, a member of Richhill Methodist Church, and today the focus is on kindness, as it has been all week. The story I want to think of today isn't well known, but it is extraordinary. David was a king, King David. He was a shepherd, a great songwriter, and a lover of God, but he was also a really kind man. And that bit probably isn't as well known about David. Now, after he had fought all his battles and the country was at rest, he wasn't yet finished. David loved Saul's son Jonathan like a brother, and he wanted to show kindness to his friend's family. David sought out a servant called Ziba, and he asked him, was there any of Jonathan's family left still alive? Ziba said there was only one, a man called Mephibosheth. David asked for Mephibosheth to be brought across to him. Now, you or me might have given him a good meal, maybe some money. But David's love was like God's love. It was extravagant and it was extraordinary, beyond anything that you or me would ever do. He gave back Mephibosheth all of Jonathan and Saul's land and gave him servants to look after that land and to tend it. And at the end of the story you find out why, because he couldn't tend it himself. And then he said, you'll sit at the table with me, and you'll sit in the king's palace, and you will be served like me at my table for the rest of your life, always. Mephibosheth was completely shocked by the kindness that David had shown him. And this is what it says in the Bible that Mephibosheth responded to David. What is your servant, that you should show regard for a dead dog such as I? He saw himself as nothing. He saw himself as a dead dog, which is so sad. David lifted up Mephibosheth and helped him. His kindness completely changed that man's life forever. And it said in an afternote, at the very end of the chapter, I love how the Bible does this sometimes. Now he was lame in both feet. Just a wee afternote. Those words just at the end. Because he was lame in both feet, that man would have had nothing. It wasn't like today. There's no social security. There's no hospitals. That man would have had nothing. David's kindness completely changed his life forever. It was night and day. And that's why probably he's seen himself like a dead dog, just worth nothing to this world. Don't underestimate kindness. It's the way that we can show God's love to others, by our kindness every day in life. Today, please be intentional about being kind. Seek out ways to do it. And you don't know how important one act of kindness could be. That smile, that word, that touch, maybe letting somebody go in front of you in the car park, maybe pulling in, maybe a smile to a mum in the supermarket when her wee boy is just kicking off and she is sitting there thinking, oh, please get me out of here, instead of tutting. That smile makes all the difference, and trust me, I know, because I've had that wee boy in the supermarket kicking off. Do you know, you don't know what that act of kindness might do. It might change that person's life for a second. It might change their life for a minute. But an act of kindness might actually change their life for a lifetime. And an act of kindness might make somebody who feels like a dead dog actually feel like a person, like a real person. Be intentional about your kindness. Be intentional about showing God's love to the world around us. I hope this has been a good thought for the day. God bless. Bye-bye.